Good evening, everybody. Odd night to see me, of course, and obviously such a strange setup compared to the usual. I am here for a very interesting reason tonight. I'm going to do some preparation for the stream on tomorrow night, Wednesday. Mostly because we're having to make a few new characters for a special couple of week Christmas stream. So yeah, I thought I would bring you guys in on that sort of process and how I go about that, and sort of just see what the plan is and get a sort of a feel from a few of you guys as well, maybe. But we'll see what the plan, how everything. What's the word? How everything pans out. But we'll get there. Just 1 second. Just going to send out a couple of messages about the stream. But yeah. Thank you anyone that joins us here tonight, but we'll just be getting started here in just a second. Initially I was looking for a special character sheet to gift each of the players for this, but turns out Roll20 actually has one for the system that we're using, so we're just going to use one of their inbuilt ones. But we'll take that in its stride as we go. Let me see. I forgot to put my music on loop, just so there's something in the background for you. Although if it's a bit too loud, let me know, and I will make sure to drop that down a bit. I have an uneditable character sheet that would have been quite good for this, but actual one I do not have. So the plan for this stream and the plan for the Christmas game got an interesting sort of idea. First of all, we do have a working title for this. Now that's what I call Orky. We're going to make the stream's going to be a bunch of orcs on a Christmas themed rampage in the Warhammer 40k universe. We're going to be using one of the older 40k systems, because the only 40k RPG system that actually allowed you to play as an orc was the Rogue Trader system. I believe it was Fantasy Flight Games that had made that a while back. There's been a couple of extra versions since then, but I found this one actually quite robust. And to be honest, it's more of a comedy game, so we're not going to be taking ourselves too seriously with this one. Just making sure to push the event out to do a few more streams or a few more RPG sort of locations I have access to, just so we know where we're going. So right, let's get these rule books opened and pull down what we need. Where we're going to start. So that'll probably irk my camera a little bit. Oh good, managed to stop it. This is obviously my first time doing a solo stream on the channel as well. I normally have the rest of the party with me to bounce off of, so if I do get a bit too quiet, it's just my focus on what I do but obviously I'll be keeping an eye on the chat over the side, and if any of you have any sort of RPG related or RPG related questions, DM related questions, I will answer from the best of my experience and knowledge, which is actually quite vast at this stage. I've been DMing since 2007, so that's what, 16 years now I've been DMing RPGs. I think it's actually coming up to higher than that now. But what have I ran? I've ran some World of Darkness before. I've ran obviously Dungeons and Dragons on this channel on a weekly basis. The Dragon Age RPG, various superhero RPGs, Marvel, Mutants and Masterminds, and others as well, and of course this system that I've ran quite a few QCons at this point. Where are we? Dark Heresy, Black Crusade, Core Rulebook. Been a little while since we played this one, but I will show you. Well, let's see, our first character, we know who that's going to be anyway. The Goth Rocker himself. And then perfect, here we go. Hopefully not everything's drop downs and such, can actually fill them in as well. What do I have? Do I have... Ooh, we do. Oh goody. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, oh, even better. Okay, so normally with this game you actually have a lot of smaller choices to make for each of the characters you're playing as. With this one, however, we're playing orcs, so that automatically kind of limits what we're doing. Where are we looking? Page... Oh, did I open the wrong book, maybe? No? It is this one. What's up? Page 56. So this was the book of Into the Storm. It actually introduced two different alien species that could be played as part of an orc, part of a rogue trader crew, which was the Kroot and the orcs. But this one, everybody's going to be playing an orc for, well, the chaos reasons of what we're about to do. So, what we're going to start with, and these are traits and abilities. So where do I go in here? Let's find out. Talents, traits. Okay. Now, first of all, this is going to be the Goth Rocker. All orcs, actually wait, that's it. All orcs begin Gaelic. Languages, are they in here? Speak language. Speak language. Work. As a trained basic skill. And let me see, common lore. Orc. Basic and trained. And intimidate, trained. That is already a fairly basic for them. Yeah, it's a strength based one, which it can be different for various reasons. It kind of makes sense that it is. Next we will traits. orcs have a whole bunch of different traits. First of all, their first trait is apostrophe ARD, ARD. I'm just going to copy in from the description box of what this is. Orcs are extremely resilient. Their bodies capable of withstanding and surviving injury that would kill humans. They gain the unnatural toughness. Gain unnatural toughness ×2 and sturdy traits. Iron jaw and true grit talents. So there are a whole bunch of talents that I will be adding in above, but you would then need to look them up as well. So yeah, it's also good to put them in here just to make it a bit easier. Next one, made for fight. This gives, obviously, is an orc's bread and butter, and gives them training in their own weapons and the Furious Assault ability. And then make it work. Any orc weapon is not considered unreliable when in the hands of an orc. It kind of makes sense. The orcs in 40k are known for breaking laws of physics, as we know. So what else do they need? They have a couple more. Okay. Might makes the right. So instead of using the command skill, orcs can actually, when dealing with other orcs, use intimidate instead. They don't need to use command, because as long as you're bigger and scarier than everyone else, you can intimidate them, which kind of makes sense, to be fair. Okay. And the final trait of their own is Mob Rule. They get +10 to their willpower for each orc within 10 meters of them to resist fear and pinning. Obviously that means anybody that tries to shoot them down and hold them in position, not going to work. Journal Homeworld. Normally they don't get to choose all these normal things, so it's just Homeworld orc. Birthright is actually going to be their clan in this instance. Okay, so the Golf Rocker. I get to choose one clan. Bad Moons, Blood Axes, Death Skulls, Evil Sons, Goths, which he is the Golf Rocker, so yeah, no, that makes sense. Goths get a +3 to their strength, and generally, like, they see everybody else as a bit unorky. So he gets to add. Oh well, it's okay. Starting 3. I'll see that one go a bit higher. And then Snake Bites, and then Origins. You get to choose a specific one. You get to choose if you're a driver, a hunter, a mech boy, a pain boy, a runt herd, or a trapper. So, let me have a look and see what we're gonna do here. What is he gonna be? The Golf Rocker is, if anyone hasn't seen it, it's actually a reference to the Christmas video that Games Workshop put out last year, which had them singing a version of their own Christmas song called Here We Go. So, and from that, like, yeah, I decided to make him into a character. It kind of makes sense, at least for all intents and purposes of what we're doing. So he's going to be, well, you have your drive. I'm trying to remember the music video. He's actually a driver. He does actually have that skill, so Lure of the Void, now that doesn't matter to him. Motivations and lineages, all those don't matter to him either. This is... So I'll just write... Driver gives you either the drive ground vehicle or pilot skill as a trained basic skill. In this instance, I'm going to take the drive skill and ground vehicle. Trained and basic. Right, that's the basic stuff already set up. Now we're going to go for stats. Obviously, if anybody's in the chat and actually wants to roll stats for any of the stat rolls I need for me, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to roll them myself. That is an option I can pass on to the party, to everybody else. So, give you a few seconds just to see if anybody is willing for that one. So, weapon skill for an orc starts at 25. And we are going to input a value on that one. And we get to add 2d10 to each of these rolls. So I'll actually fill them all in while I'm looking here, because then I can just add 10. Because of that 3, he starts with that. 20, 15, 20, 20. So, right. Weapon skill. Normally I don't roll these, I would just, especially for a one-off like this, would just sort of assign them as needed. And I might do, normally for these I would give an extra roll. So there's 9 stats, I'll give 10 rolls. Pick as you like. And, you know, pick as you like is probably a good way of doing it. So I'm going to do some rolls, and I'm going to write them down in the flashcard, as you do. And I'm going to, yeah, assign them afterwards. So obviously you guys will still be able to see the dice rolls. Our first 2d10 roll. Oh, we're not getting actual visual dice. Boo. You know what? Yeah, enable 3D dice and go. The first roll is a 17, however, which we'll take that. That's probably one of the best rolls we'll get. So 17. Oh, and for some reason the dice are showing. Of course, the dice are behind the card sheet. That would make too much sense. Oh. Oops. I didn't realize you could pop out the card sheet onto a separate window. Interesting. The second one roll then is a 10. No, thank you, and I'm sorry, but that's not something that we are here for. Where's my... How do I remove that actually? Well, I'll do that for now. to enable and disable that, but I'll figure out where the mod rules are. So that's not something, that is something I should have access to. But it was not showing up whenever I did that there. That's new. Oh, there we go. I should be able to... Oh, there we go. I wasn't showing mod icons for me. Oh, that was handy. There it is over there. Okay. So we had our first two rolls, and then next two. Oh, we've got an 11. Why are the dice rolling so far away? Interesting. Oh, I only rolled 1d10 for that one. Whew, another 11. Another 11. Law of averages, as they say. 4 and 1. Hey, there's a low stat. Yep, there's the 5. Another couple. There's a 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 10. 8. Another 5. Oof. Where means we're keeping a 5 somewhere. And another 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, so there we go. Back in we go. Okay, so the Golf Rocker now, we have his stats rolled, and we're going to see what we're going to do with it. So I'm actually going to be giving him a specific class. Normally when you're playing an orc you have to take the freebooter class. Obviously with this being a bit more of a hodgepodge of what we're doing, I'm going to be giving him specifically the rogue trader class, which means he'll get rogue trader sort of skills and talents and a few other bits and pieces. Apologies, distracted by a dog who's not doing what she's told. So, with him being the rogue trader, he's very good at singing, so I'm actually going to put his highest stat into fellowship, so plus 17. Oh, clicking on that was actual roll, okay. So, okay, then his starting stat there becomes 32. Oh good, actually that's such a nice looking sort of dice roll bit. Okay. Intelligence, he's an orc, that doesn't matter. So I'll actually put the 5 there. Let's get rid of that. And then I'm going to tick these off as we use them. So there's one. Kind of frustrated though that 17 then straight down to 12 after that, but we'll see what happens. Pretty much everything else then is I'll just put a 10 in strength then. Actually, no, if I put a 12 in, that puts it to 45. Yeah. 110 and the rest 11s. 10 in perception. 31. Oh, no. 20. 31. 21. And 41. Not a bad stat profile. We'll take those when we get them. Next is to pull up the core rules. Skills and talents. So normally they have their own common lore. Yeah, we don't need that ability for him or that. Weapon skill 40. Oh, I forgot to get. Yeah, I forgot to increase the weapon skill. So no, he's not proficient with that. He doesn't have that ability. So we now go to the initial character book. Starting skills. Now, there's a few things in the starting skills that don't make sense. Obviously, for your good old orc. So we'll see what else we can do by then. Let me see. So starting skills for the guy. He's trained in command, trained in commerce, I believe. Where is it? Oh, over here. Oh, it's an advanced skill, that's why. It's not treated as basic, but it's trained, so that doesn't matter. Charm itself, he's trained in. Common lore Imperium, I'm going to disregard that. I'm not going to need that for this game. Evaluate. I'm going to replace Common Lore Imperium actually with the Gamble skill, because that makes a bit more sense here. Literacy. You know what? I'll give him it, but it's not really going to matter too much there. Obviously, this character sheet, fantastic. You get to actually read and see what each of those do just by hovering over it. So, interrogation, no. So, Common Lore Imperium, there's two. Literacy, yes. Scholastic Lore, Astromancy, no, it doesn't make sense that. So, I'm actually going to give him. So Scholastic Lore is stuff that you have to have actually spent time. Yeah. Numerology, Judgment, for esoteric stuff. Forbidden stuff like Xenos. Skill groups are all sort of like no, actually I won't take a Scholastic Lore then. I'll actually take a rank in the Performer skill. Musician, Skiller, trained musician, and trained singer, instead of the 2 extra languages he would normally get, which means I give him one more thing, and I'm going to give him tech use, because that actually is another thing that would just incredibly make sense for the rocker character to have. So let's go for that. The next thing then to do, normally you would start off with starting talents. He has 3 pistol weapon training, melee weapon training, Air of Authority, but he already has his orc starting talents. I'll give him Air of Authority, but I won't let him take the other 2 weapon ones because he has a whole bunch of those anyway. Do that. Shrink down the card sheet a wee bit. And then if you hit show, oh, it shares with everybody else. Cool. Talent description, Air of Authority. So, talents. Air of Authority. He doesn't even have the prerequisite. No, he has the prerequisites for this. Wow. Air of Authority gives him a successful command check. He gets extra targets, but obviously for him, I'm also going to count that as Intimidate. Because that actually makes sense. There we go. Air of Authority. Back to our orcs. So. Talents he has. Xenos Weapon Proficiency. Orc. I need to figure out what. Obviously, I'll let the party choose what weapons they want to bring along for people. But there we go. Xenos Weapon Proficiency. Let me see. Yes. There are a couple of the other starting wounds. 1d5 plus 1. What are we getting? Starting wounds 6 for this boy. Woo! Toughness bonus times 2 is actually going to be 8. So gives him a 14 out of 14 health wise. Ooh. Doesn't happen too often that. What else? Fate points. Fate points are things that allow you like re-rolls and such like that. So we'll roll single d10 to determine how many of those he has. Oh, that's a d12 pot. Damn. So 5, he has 1 fate point, which is fair. Orcs aren't really known for having that straight off. Quit skills. Can't use any of my actual ones there, but that's fine, I assume. Charm. There. this does in a minute, but I will. Yes, assault. They're both traits. Iron Jaw. And True Grit. Two more traits to add in, which are part of another trait, but need to explain them out a bit more. Is Unnatural Toughness, which you have twice, and Sturdy. Okay, let's look up and see what those specifically all do. Starting with Furious Assault. Allow him to land several blows. Oh wow. Yeah, so he can actually spend a reaction to make additional attacks instead of using reactions for other things. Not incredibly inventive, that one. Doesn't need to be though. Iron Jaw. If stunned, he can make a toughness test and ignore that because, you know, he's an orc. Orcs don't get stunned all that often, to be fair. And that's... yeah, let's change that music up a little bit. They aren't very long, so I don't want them to play like one after the other just over and over again. I'd rather let them live for a little while and then change them over. So let's have a look and see what we can do here. True Grit. Oh, have the result of when they suffer critical damage. Okay. Now traits. That's the only one I don't know where to look for those. Let's see. Navigating the books as per usual. There we go, traits. So we have Sturdy and Unnatural Toughness. Sturdy's quite... oh wow, okay. Sturdy gives them plus 20 to resist grappling. Unnatural characteristic. Select a characteristic and double its bonus. Oh, right, okay. Okay, so Unnatural Toughness literally just does what it says on the tin. So, right, in these boxes here, you actually normally write the tens of the number, because that's important. But for orcs, they get to actually double their toughness bonus. So they get an 8 instead. Which means I actually get to go in and change their wounds total, if I remember correctly. Because their wounds total was... yeah, toughness bonus 8. So they actually start with... god, that's a lot of wounds. 24 wounds they'll start with. Nice. We'll take those any day of the week, to be fair. Alternate career paths for an orc. that don't exist. Where's our orc stuff? Orc Commando and Orc Medic Boy are advanced ones, which if we were playing a bit longer I would do, but it doesn't seem to make sense here. The Extended Armory, however, that's where we're heading next. Obviously 40k being as it is, it shows a lot of different kinds of weapons, most of which we don't care about. Xenos weapons in a different area, more than likely. Ah, they are indeed. Perfect. Xenos Tech exotic ranged weaponry. They're all Eldar. Where is our chopper? Odd. Doesn't actually have the orc weapons stats. Huh. Oh, okay, no, I was a few steps off of it. So, Orc Armory, right. What's this boy gonna have access to? I don't think I've seen one of the weapons that it mentions, the Death Gun, but that's... big shooter? Nah. Grab stick is what? Oh, it's just a... literally just an orc's grabbing stick for herding animals about the place. Okay. Where's the normal ones? Is there some maybe in the old? Some stats in the original book, actually, it might be. Armory, Xenos weapons. Yeah, unusual weapons. So let's be honest, players are always going to loot things, even if they shouldn't work anyway. I wonder if it was in the initial book that they've put them on there, because Big Chopper and Big Shooter, pretty certain the shooter itself should be about. Orc shooter or orc slugger. There we go. Much better. Gonna make sense. If this guy wouldn't have anything too fancy, to be honest. So, shooter. Basic, but that's got to be on his back most of the time, more than likely. Knowing this guy. Nope, not the 60-meter range, and the damage from shooter 1 to 10 plus 4. It's inaccurate. I need to figure out what that does. It's been a while. So let's see, weapon traits. How bad or how ridiculous is it inaccurate, I wonder? Inaccurate. No bonus is gained from aiming these weapons. That's okay, that's fair. And tracks way too well, I'll be honest. Rate of fire for the orc shooter. S 3 and 10. Clip. Technically 30. Reload is a full round action. Penetration 0. Type is impact damage. Yeah. To hit mod, none. Special qualities. Inaccurate. You can actually roll these things even in it, which is handy. I will be referring back to this character sheet probably quite a lot whenever it comes to the other characters. So this one's going to take a bit longer. I am going to give this character, stat-wise, the big chopper, but I'm going to change the profile of that about a bit. Goth Rocka, for those who are not in the know, normally would actually wields a giant guitar, so yeah. But just for stats' sakes, it is an axe. This is giant axe. 2d10. I'm going to make that impact as well. Penetration 2. Caring. Unbalanced. Unbalanced, if I remember, gives you a minus 10 to use it, maybe? Minus 10%, yeah, when used to parry, so it's not very good for parrying, which entirely makes sense. Minus 10. Strength bonus is 4 anyway, so yeah, that's pretty good. Armor. These are orcs. Don't use armor generally. Ard hat. Boss pole. Nah. Heavy armor. Squig hide armor. So AP Squig hide gives him 3 body, 3 arms, 3 legs, which actually gives him armor protection of 11, which means you need to deal 11 wounds to get through it. But I'm actually going to give him a 2 for his head, because it's probably a leather hat that he wears as well. So we'll do that, yeah. So this is one of those strange things that this system has, where it actually makes you roll hit location to see if it hits head, body, arm, because each of those has a different critical hit table. Obviously, the higher up the critical hit table you go, the more nonsense is going to happen. Let me see. I'm just looking and check and see who party members are available. I have an idea who I want to play that character, I'll be honest. And you know what? I'll give a couple of advances for him. Oh, it is train plus 10. Ah, no, you have to. Okay, you have to take that. Was not aware of that actually. And that. Do you want to give him any advances? Yeah, 1 advance there. Yeah, which pushes him up to 36. Musician. Corruption points, which are a mechanic of this system, orcs do not care about. Orcs cannot be corrupted by chaos, which some may find weird, but totally makes sense if you're logically thinking of it, to be fair. I believe that may be us finished by now. Career path. Oh yeah. Rogue Trader. Might be giving them a few stuff in between session 1 and 2 of this, but we'll see what happens. Come back to that later. Okay, there we go. The card sheet is ready. The Goth Rocker. Go into edit, and I don't have any other players here at the moment, so that's exactly as much as we would expect. I will, however, pop that open so I can refer back to it on a separate, and then create a new one. Now, this is where I'm going to have to get a bit inventive, because that was the only name that I already had going into this. I have 2 others that I could use. Yeah. J-Bulls. Yeah, let's go for J-Bulls. So, skills. Basic trend. Or work. And intimidate. Now, what am I going to give him? I'm going to make him a member of the Death Skulls. And he's going to be a mech boy. He's a mech boy. Which means he starts off with tech use. Referring back to the book, so apologies if I looking away and such, but that is probably the best way to do it, to be fair. Okay. Back to our dice rolls then. First dice roll. A 12. An 11. The dichotomy. 16. 2d10. 7. 13. Halfway there. Another 12. Another 16. Another 12. 11. And another 12. Very average across the board, but we'll take it. It means the lowest number is dropped is the 7, actually, so yeah, no number below 10 for this one. And straight away, and what I'm going to be doing with this one is adding the 10 in there. So we're up ballistic skills at 26. Black skulls are actually so there's 116 used. To use the other one here. You know what? Yeah. Intelligence. I'll use 13. My 13 there. Use an 11 weapon skill. 11 strength. And 12 there. 3 12s left, so 32, 32, 27. Now, what class am I giving him? Yeah, let's make him a seneschal, actually. That would be an interesting one. This actually makes him the second in command for the man himself. So, starting skills. Trained in barter. Trained in commerce. Trained in deceive, evaluate, inquiry, literacy, and a couple of other things, but we'll see where they will go with those more than anything at this point, because it's kind of hard to tell. So, as with the others, 2 languages, which we're not going to use. I'm going to give him pilot drive ground vehicle. This makes sense at this stage. He's going to be trained on Forbidden Lore Umis, and Forbidden Lore Xenos, because this will just cover all the rest of them, to be fair. Actually, you know what? And he knows how to speak Low Gothic. Because why not, to be fair. What the mech boys start with, let's see. He doesn't start with any talents, does he? Just the weapon training ones. What do they normally get? Intelligence 30 or higher, trained in ignorance, and at least 2 of those. Okay. Ooh. For this guy, I'll give him training for his advances. I'll give him training in demolition. I'm going to give him the talent technical knock. Everybody's getting 3 advances. Whether or not to be expensive or not, I don't really care too much, but I'm going to give him 3. And use plus 10. So tech use going up to plus 10 means it's rolling under 41, which is pretty good. Technical knock. I will look up shortly. Talent sits copy over from the others. Okay. Forgot to untap that first. So, yeah. Should probably just copy and paste them onto a Word document or something like that instead, but you know, that would have been foresight, wouldn't it? Obviously, if you notice who any of these references are, feel free to let us know. Every character I'll be making tonight is going to probably be a reference to a real life singer, musician. Just because it makes sense for the considering, and it just makes it kind of funny, to be fair. Go. So this is the part where it's actually going to probably become a little bit tedious, and maybe I should just leave this aside until we're finished. So you know what, I will do that. That actually makes sense to do. So, starting wounds, we're going to roll. Oof. Starting wounds for him, 3. Toughness bonus times 2 is actually going to be 16 here because of the previous problem, nonsense that we spotted. And yeah, 3, 2, 4, 4, Oh wait, no, then go back in. That's 8. For this fella, I'm going to give him a bit of a different weapon. Next, I want to give him, if I can find it, of course, the orc weapon. Oh wait, the orc weapon is still behind all the others for some reason. The big shooter. Nah. Nah. Better one, let's go. Rocket launcher. Let's make sure that these players do something silly. Well, more than usual anyway. 3d10. Doesn't give me a damage type, to be fair. It's kind of funny. All the others do. But the ridiculousness of the rocket launcher is the penetration 6, to be fair, so clip 1 of 1, and reload is half, and liable. I need to double check what unreliable does at some point, but you know, we'll get there when we get there. So this guy's also going to have some thrown weapons, to be fair. Do I give him a custom weapon? No sparky bits for him. You know what? I'm going to give this actually a modification called the more shooty rocket launcher. Push this up to 6 and that up to 7. Which is kind of dumb, but you know, we like those. It's kind of funny. Does make things heavier, but that doesn't matter for us either. And what we're going to give him, bomb squigs. Thrown. Range is 3d10 meters for them. But because of that, d10 plus 5. Pen 0. And accurate. Blast. 1d5. This may actually hurt multiple targets as well, which is very good. There we go. Bomb squig, rocket launcher. And he's going to get just the normal. well, while we're here for talents, looking at other ones, let's grab Technical Knock. If I remember, it has been a while since I've played this game, but Technical Knock may literally just allow you to go tap tap and fix things. Oh, and Jam Guns is a half action. Yeah, makes it a bit easier to unjam a gun if it gets jammed, because he knows things. He is the mech boy. It's kind of the thing. Armory. Work Armory is not really anything special required. So accurate gives gives a +10, so to hit mod actually gives you +10. So they're accurate and blast X. Yeah, 1d5 meters. That's fair. And melee weapons. Oh, let's see. Powers, weapons, no. Work chopper. We'll just give him the old chopper. (1d10 +1) rending damage. -10 again for that, because it is unbalanced. There we go. This guy we're not going to give any armor to. Well, give him to the body, but leave his head wide open. Gonna make sense, at least sometimes, to do that. So that's him done for now. We can't have J Bells without without KG. Surprising that I remember that already, but you know, it is what it is. Put that down to good old-fashioned ADHD remembering, which does happen. Which ones did they start with? Tim did. Work. Common lore. Work. Okay. it would obviously show the actual PDFs and such that we're working through here, but you know, those can be picked up over at DriveThruRPG. I don't really want to be passing on all the information that exists for that. Okay, there we go. So then the origins. What clan is he going to be? It's going to be one of the snake bites, and he's going to be make him a Runtard, which is an odd boy. Still very useful to have. So, in memory of the snake bites, he starts with Wrangling, but being a Runtard, he's going to have this, so I'm going to give him that. I'm also going to give him this. Wrangling and Survival, but he then gets a different talent, and this talent is going to be Resistance Poison. Sorry, I was just checking to see what class we were thinking of picking up on that one, but I don't think we're going to pick up the Freebooter class, at least yet. Might use that for one of the later ones. So we're back to our stat rolling again. Starting with a 14, starting out strong. Rolls. Oh. Okay. Okay. Dice were not nice this time. So our lowest, striking off the record, is a 3. Ooh, at least that's out of the way. With this guy, however, I'm just going to put the 15 in here, lifting that to a 25, and the 11 in here, making that 36. Now, we're going to put that 14. In here, actually. Willpower. 7, so I'll put the 7 in there. You know what? 9 into that. So don't want to be too mean as well. So 2 9s there. 33. 43. 43. But I know what this character is going to be. They're going to be the Arch Militant. Oh, and I forgot to roll my d5 for that last character, so I'm going to roll that now. He already gets 1 as well, and then this guy also gets a 1. Wow, okay. Don't like them. Few points, 1. Okay. d5 plus 1. Solid. 5. Plus those times 2, 16. So 21 and 21. With this being the Arch Militant, what do we start with? Common Lore War. That actually makes sense. The first character in the game to actually be trained in the dodge skill. That's probably very good. Already start with Intimidate, so Intimidate plus 1. Then 3 things that they wouldn't care too much about. I'm going to give them that as one of them. That is one of the others. Securities for bypassing locks. We're orcs, we don't care about security. What? Strength, since we're the Arch Militant. Starting talents. They actually get like 4 different starting talents because they all start with different weapons. So I'm actually going to allow him to take something slightly different for that. So the others only get 1 melee, 1 ranged weapon training. But as an orc, you have access to all the orc weapon training as it is. But they also get Constitution, sound Constitution. Which doesn't do an awful lot in this instance, considering how many they have. But that's up to 22 wounds. But I'm going to let them take at least 1 or so more. Talents, ambidextrous, no, quick draw. Maybe quick draw, that might be worth it. Yeah, already start with True Grit, so yeah. Blood Tracker, that might be worth picking up as a talent here. Yeah, I'll give them Blood Tracker. Is it a bit high ranking? Maybe. But I'll be fair, it does actually seem to track. So let's go and look up what that does. Nah, blood tracker really doesn't fit here. Building biceps, nah. As good as that one is, give him one of the orc skills and then, or one of the orc talents, should I say. Give him the talent more for me. Which means he doesn't get when he gets outnumbered, he gets a bonus to hit as well. Which obviously then we'll deal with the rest of those at the end. And advancements time. Advancement of weapon skill. And can't take that, but could I take Berserk Charge, I wonder? Yeah. And then if I take that, the final one then becomes, let's see how they spell this exactly, because, oh yeah, A-A-A-G-H, we getting wah up in here. Berserk Charge. Get plus 20 to hit whenever you charge instead of a plus 10. Which, in a system like this, actually not bad. Actually works out quite well if you have it. Wow, however, is even finer. The ability to instigate the old wah. Back in here, and we're going to need to go to page 2 to the Orc Armory, and we're going to get you know what? Yeah. Go big or go home. I'm going to get the Power Claw, which is 2d10 energy damage. And 2d10 damage. E penetration 10 because it's a goddamn Power Claw. It's unwieldy, so I think that's minus 10 to that. And strength bonus is 4. Special qualities. power field, tearing, wieldy, unwieldy. Ah, good, that just shows the different specials that they have. Let's see what each of those does. Power field. When you use this weapon to parry an attack that doesn't have it, you might destroy it. So if somebody attacks you with a sword, break it. Somebody attacks you with a chopper, you break it. Somebody attacks you with a power sword, not going to happen. And there's a good chance then that you'll actually be able to block. Tearing allows you to add an additional weapon dice in, and then discard the lowest, so you roll 3d10 and take the top 2. Pretty good. Yeah, unwieldy. Oh, unwieldy cannot be used. Power field and unwieldy at the same time don't make much sense then, because you can't use it to parry. Probably an instance that comes up in rules wise, but I don't know it. I'll have to see what the plan then would be on that front. And if he has that, he's going to need a different weapon on the other hand. What am I going to give him on the other hand? Let me see. A big shooter doesn't make sense, but actually a normal shooter actually just does, doesn't it? Or slugger. Yeah, let's go for the Orc Slugger. He's not really going to be shooting too much, but it's always good to have an option. So Slugger. Pistol. Range 20 meters. Damage is going to be 1d10 plus 4. Impact. 0 penetration on the Slugger. Single and 3, so you can semi-auto with it, you can full auto. 18 out of 18, reloads full action. And same as the other orc weapons, they're inaccurate, so you can't really take an action to aim, which makes sense. With that one, am I going to give him any other bits? No, because I've already given him a ridiculous weapon, so heavy armor? Yeah, let's go for the heavy armor. Give some 4 for the body, 4 for the legs. Ooh. I'm going to give him an iron gob as well then. Because that really makes sense for the big guy that this one seems to be built into. And his armor actually gives him the iron gob actually gives him a +10 intimidate. And if he was wearing a helmet on top of the Iron God, that would add, which is ridiculous, but we're not going to do that. Actually, I may as well increase this, because that puts that to, dear Lord, a plus 20. He's a 63% chance to intimidate. I like that. Okay. I believe that's all we need to do for this character right now. Yeah, that's 3 characters down, eh? Now, those were the ones that I actually had ideas for. Now, what do I need? Give me a second. I'm just going to have a look up and see if I can find anybody that I think would kind of fit this party mold. Whenever you look up famous drummers, it's all American ones. Not kind of amusing, to be fair. Yeah, that actually kind of fits. Let's go for it. Intimidate. Speak language work. Certain things I want to be able to, I just want to do over and over again, and then it gets ingrained in your head a wee bit, so yeah. What's this one going to be? So we've got the Arch Militant, we've got the Seneschal, and the Rogue Trader. This guy might actually just be the freebooter itself. We'll see what options that gives us. No. this guy is going to be a member of... Well, obviously, he's an orc. It's going to be one of the blood axes. +3 perception or agility. So let's go take the +3 perception in this instance. And he's actually going to get, weird as this one will be to give an orc, but you know, Common Law Imperium. This means he's trained and actually knows some things about human-y stuff. Might come in handy. And after that, he is also going to be... he's not going to be a trapper. He's going to be a hunter. He's not going to be a driver. Nah. Let's go for hunter, actually. Yeah. Hunters start with tracking as a trained skill. Time to... Didn't realize how quick the music would get to me, but you know, let's swap it over. Yeah, let's go. So back we go. So Hunter gets the hunting, tracking as a trained skill. Stat profile time. Starting off strong with the 12. Even stronger. Yeah, slowing down a little bit. Woo! 18. 4. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more. 8. Ooh, swings and roundabouts, that one. Not really too happy with that, but that at least gets rid of the 4. And this guy is going to be the freebooter. Freebooter, what does freebooter need? Just standard orc stuff. Okay, so I'm going to use the 18 straight off the bat in weapon skill. Open that up high. Oh, since it's going to be, yeah. Going to use the 11 there. Put that to 41. Actually going to just use the 8 here, get rid of it, probably do an 18. I have 2 9s to use. I'll use a 12 here. There. 14 there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should only have filled in 3. Oh, 23 is perception started. You know what? 35. Here's the other 12 used. So 2 9s left. 29 in willpower, 24 in intelligence. Perfect. Well, as perfect as you can get anyway. 4, 8, 3, 2, 3, 2, and 2. Okay. Now he's going to be the Orc Freebooter. Means he starts trained in awareness, barter, carouse, another common lore, but this time it's war with his, although with his like intelligence, it's not amazing, but we'll take that. Speak language, Blue Gothic. He's actually spoken to humans for it, kind of gets them. Basic weapon training, knows how to use human guns. I'm actually going to let him keep those, that makes sense. So, basic weapon training, imitative, and SP. Pistol, weapon training, imitative, SP. Training, universal. And here. These are Pierre the Blood Axes, so come back and do that later, because let's get this weapon that I want, which is going to give him a chop up. 1d10 plus 1. Rending. 2 of those. That's unbalanced. Now here's the fun part. He's going to have 2 choppers. 1 on each hand, because I'm going to give him the talent ambidextrous, but I'll get to that when I get to that one. Bonuses to dealing with his own group. That's fair. So, what's he got? Ooh. Who did I give the herder talent? The herder to? Yeah. I forgot to write down that, but yeah, I'll come back to that later. I have a different talent dex to give them as well, so let's. It's either a Squig, a Gretchen, or a bunch of Snotlings. Snotlings can either 2 Snotlings, a Gretchen, or an attack Squig. Which luckily the stats are in this book for, which is quite good. But that's for a different character, so we'll come back to that later. Advancement's taken. Ambidextrous, yeah. I'll add that in a minute. Ambidextrous. Agility. And 2 weapon wielder. Okay. That one at least we'll look up since we're already. Do full -20 to hit and roll twice. And the other one was ambidextrous, which allows you obviously then to use both hands, obviously. But so if you lose access to one, you can still do all the stuff you need to on the other. With 2 weapon wielder, reduces the 2 weapon wielder penalty to -10 though, which is quite good. Okay. Combat. 2 choppers. Skills. As good as they're gonna get, really. Intimidate, awareness, barter, cruise. Yeah. Happy enough with that one. That's quite an easier one to do. Combat, though. Let's roll. His starting wound's going to be 4. 20 and 20. AG bonus is 3. So yeah, all he's going to have is 2 melee weapons he's going to run at people and chop. Character number 4, complete. Oh wow, time is flying. Well, I say time is flying, we've been at this for 2 hours now, yeah. since 9 o'clock. I thought it was a little bit longer than that, but it took me a wee while to get set up. So somebody told this orc that it was so nice they named it twice, so he did it 3 times just to be, because he proves he was better than everybody else. What's he gonna be? Apologies, just need a second. Ooh. No, you would think there was only a certain number of ways you could stat an orc, but as we've seen, multiple different ways you can manage it, and multiple different styles of play, at least anyway. What gets you to this one? Oh no, that's, yeah, okay. Orc. Bad moons. Bad moons get a +20 to barter tests when dealing with other orcs, and +10 to any rolls to obtain equipment. They're the richest boys. Orky Origins is also going to be a driver. So, for driver, do that, and this one's going to actually take pilot. Pilot flyer. Stats time. But first, six. Now, if there's any character that needs to have high stats, come on. 15. Oh, no. The stat profile is atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Yeah, nah, scrap that. That's just not fun for any player involved. Start again. me something a bit more flavor. Come on. Okay. Eight. 9. High number, come on. Woo! Okay, and there's the 20. So, this guy's actually going to be, the class is referred to as the Void Master. So, what does Void Master need? Willpower, agility. Ballistic skill. Nah, frick it. Straight off the bat then. Five. There you go. 340s, that's kind of silly, but I love it. We'll take those. Huh. Starting skills. Common lore. War. Navigation, surface navigation. Oh. Put the 10 on that one. Okay. Most of his skills are ones that would not actually come in handy here. He does get a second pilot, so just in case the players decide to do something absolutely nonsensical, which is entirely possible considering this game. We'll give him spacecraft and flyer, so he's just good at flying stuff. Let's see, what else have we got? So, what else should this guy have? Doesn't have much in the way of skills, but his class gives a whole bunch of different, gives an additional common lore, forbidden lore, scholastic lore, and a language, none of which I think really fit, so it's another 4 skills I'm giving him. For this one, then, I will give... I'll give him dodge, because I actually think inside of combat uses are also quite good. take tech use. He is good at flying, so it's always good to be able to do that. And something else that the party doesn't have: scrutiny. One more. Dodge, scrutiny, tech use, and a bunch of these. I'm like, could be handy, but I know it's not going to come up at all. The party will probably never use it, but let's go search. Starting talents. He gets a talent, Nerves of Steel. Probably doesn't matter too much here, but I'll give him one more of them whenever we find it. So he starts with Nerves of Steel. I haven't got many, no way of choices there. Die Hard, Paranoia. You know what, I'll give him Quick Draw. His 3 enhancements. 1 in Ballistic Skill. Scrutiny we already have, so it's not going to be that. What do you call that other one there that we had? And from the name alone, I have to give it those 2. I am an ass, but I'm at least a lovable ass, so it'll be a bit of, I'll take that sort of nonsense. Bit rate's going a bit over the place. Be quiet, dog. Into combat then. 1d5 plus 1. Ooh, he starts at the max as well. 3, 3, 4, 8, 4, 2, 3, 3, and 2. Quite good. So he's starting out with a max of 6 and 16, so 22 wounds. Did I give Gothrocker too many? I did, okay. He also rolled the same, but ended up with a lot more of them, so. So talents, what the talents gonna be? There's a Steel Quick Draw. Reroll test to avoid or recover from pinning. Kind of stacks with what one of the things orcs get anyway, but you know, not being able to be locked down probably comes in handy. Also, quick draw just means you can pull a gun out of nowhere. So yeah, we'll quite happily take those then. Yep, that's a 2 trait, 2 skills, and just gonna give him. Ooh, actually, wait, no, there's a better idea. 142. Gonna give him a Burna. Range is 15 meters, so it's quite close range, but 1, 10, plus 5 energy damage. Pen is 3. Single shot only because it's a burst. Clip 8 of 8. Reload 2 full. Accurate. Unreliable. Flame. If I remember correctly, unreliable literally is if you miss. Yeah, if you roll a 91 on or higher, it jams. Which, as you can guess, in the middle of combat, not brilliant, but you know, we'll take those. But flame, it means that it's actually just going to do damage. Yeah. Well, it says 30-degree arc, but 30-degree arc, 15 meters, agility test or take damage, so you don't need to roll to hit with this. Then they must, if they take damage, they need to make another agility test or be set on fire. Will jam if the fire rolls a 9 on his damage dice. Ooh. So if you roll on your d10, you roll a 9, it automatically jams it. Which, considering what it is, that's fair. So then he's gonna also get the big shooter. Basic. Ranged 80 meters. Damage is 1d10 plus 6. Impact. Penetration 1. Rate of fire is 310. Clip 40 of 40. And reload full. 1 full action. Inaccurate. Unreliable. Oh yeah, unreliable doesn't apply for these guys because they're orcs. So I'll actually take that out. It's actually reliable for an orc, which is just funny. So there's his 2 weapons set in there. Where are we at? 145, 112. Combi weapons. switch from one weapon to the other and draw a new one without needing to stow and draw, as well as save weight. Any two basic ranged weapons or pistols can be retained. Secondary weapon is this clip size reduced to 1 as rate of fire becomes single. Nah, I don't want to do that then with these. As cool as that might actually be, because that does sound kind of useful. Custom bits, what else could we do? Now, am I funny? No, that doesn't. Yeah, let's give it that. This big shooter has a red light on it, which functions as a red dot laser sight. Anybody else looks at it, literally looks like a torch, so that kind of makes it funny. Armor for this guy is going to be... he's going to have an hard hat. Which gives him 2 in the head. And he's going to have some squig hide. Just 3 everywhere else. There we go. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Ready, ready, ready. Now, who's our last going to be? Let me have a look. What do we need from the book? We have a Void Master. We have a Seneschal. We have a Rogue Trader. We have a Freebooter. The Void Master kind of doubles up as a navigator in this instance. Missionary. Nah. We's orcs. We's not doing that. Explorator. Oh, they're tech priests. Nah. Oh, it's the dock. Now, this wouldn't be the best place to give off, to go into this joke, but the character I'm now going to have to make actually has an amusing backstory family-wise here, so I'm actually going to make Killmister. That's funny. I hadn't even thought of that. I had to do it. So So 25, 10, 30, 30, 20, 15, 20, 20, 15. And intimidate. Speak language orc. Common lore orc. Journal. And we're going to have to reuse one of them here, I think. Actually, nobody has one. One of the Evil Sons, so he starts with tech use. I'm going to give him, because that actually makes sense for what he ends up doing. And he's going to be a pain boy. I'm going to give him the missionary career path, but obviously he's a pain boy instead, so it's slightly different. And Medicaid he starts with. Right. Back to stats time. Out the gate, 4, right, okay. About 16. 13. 19. Boy. 16. 11. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 12. Another 4. Damn it, that means we have stuck with a 4 somewhere. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the last one, 16. So we've got rid of one of the 4s off the bat. So that 19 is going straight into intelligence for this guy. Just moved to 24. Let me look at everybody else's stat profiles. Perceptions were all 30-ish. Oh wait, that's not 19. That's 19. But yeah, nobody else is close to... Well, Jables is close-ish to it, but apart from that, nobody. The highest toughness we have is 43, isn't it? Yeah. Well, yeah. Fellowship is also just making sure that people aren't overlapping too much in the stat department, so some people get to shine throughout the actual game. So we've used our 19, 3 16s to use. Use 16 here. Weapon skill, that makes sense. And in here, and he is a weird boy, but let's put that 26 then. Ooh, and then 14 ballistic skill. He's blind as a bat. Also 36 there then. 13, 13, 12. 3, 43, 32. There we go. That's 4, 1, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2. Pretty good. Okay. Hmm. 3, 16, 19 wounds. 50 points. If each orc's going to start with 1, I think, on this one, but we'll see what happens there. He's not going to be a freebooter, so that doesn't matter. Already has Medicaid, so can't really take it. What else could we take instead? Take awareness instead. Yeah. Always good. 2 common lores, a forbidden lore. Ooh, what's this guy gonna have? This guy's gonna have forbidden lore. What's gonna be? He's heard about demons. Let's make it funny. Scholastic lores. None of the others have common lore tech, but he knows tech. It's 2 lores. Well, another common lore would be good, actually. Go give him Chemist, actually. And Chem Use. And that should cover up everything else. Because none of the others really seem any interest to me at the moment. So there we go. Starting talents, Pure Faith and Unshakable Faith. Let's see if either of those actually help here. If not, a couple of other options. Yeah, Nerves of Steel's an option there. Let's see, Pure Faith. Their skills were not in the talent section. Pure Faith, immune to demonic presence. That doesn't apply to orcs, so I'll get a different one then. Unshakable Faith is re-roll any failed willpower test to avoid the effects of fear. I'm a pain boy, I don't care about that stuff. Let's have a look and see. I'm still looking up just to see what the best option would be then to give this guy. Ooh. Let's see if there's any other Master Chirurgeon. Lumen Charge, Luminen. Nerves of Steel. Hardy, nope. actually kind of fits. Foresight. This is really weird. This is why it's a Game Boy. Dual Strike. Wonder if there's a better one then amongst them. Wow, doesn't suit him. Rival's not gonna really help. Listen to me because I's the biggest? Nah. Oh boy. Really hard to know what to take for this guy, to be fair. You know what? Yes, that's real weird. Disturbing voice. Freaks people out. You. And his 3 advances. He's going to get advance in intelligence, and advance in assign Constitution, and then Medicaid plus 10, yeah. So that way we can add these in. There's intelligence. Boop. Increase that one to plus 10. 50-50 chance when rolling that one. That's pretty good. Sign Constitution, as we know, it just adds an extra wound. Simple. But I was hoping to even get a few maps done tonight, but at this rate it's not looking likely, to be fair. Do need to get to bed a bit earlier. However, I think we've done plenty. Only thing we need left to do, I think, with this character at least, is roll their d5. 1 fear point. Oh no, I've already done it with them. Choose their weapon. he's going to have, yeah, just a big chopper. Pen 2. Tearing and unbalanced. There we go. Is it one of those? And is it going to have anything else on it? Let me see. Sparky knobs. Gives it the shocking quality as well. Kind of makes sense. Let's go squeak hide. So 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. Toughness actually is 8. So okay. Except he's also going to have the boss pull. No, I don't need it actually. No, we'll leave that. Okay. I believe that's all we need to do ourselves tonight. I'm going to get some adding in of the. I'm going to get some adding in of the specific, well, the orc traits that everybody has. Share this with the group, and we'll see who ends up picking up who. But for the specifics of what each of them are going to do, and what the general story for this is going to be. Anytime I've run an orc game before, the general story beats are quite simple. You don't need to give players much guidance in this type of story, especially with characters, and sort of background of characters is very well fleshed out. Orcs is best at one thing, fighting, and orcs is going to fight, and no matter where you put them, the party will always find a way, seemingly, at least so far anyway, to just cause mischief and mayhem. The general premise of this is the Games Workshop music video of Here We Go, and I think that's probably the best way to put it. I'm just going to put them in sort of that sort of scenario, that there's a war about to go down, or they have fighting to be doing, and boys to be crumping. If the party's a bit hesitant to just go straight down that route and see what happens, the backup plan on that is that they need to build a sleigh to Daka all the way, and probably the best way to go about that would be, get the mech boys, get them building stuff, finding bits and pieces of other species gear, because they're going to be obviously on a snowy planet. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be Eldar. There's going to be the elves. There's going to be the Humie boys, the spiky bits. There's going to be the old Imperial Guard, a couple of Space Marines probably, and maybe a Necron or two. I'm not sure on that one. Well, no, not Necron. Tyranid. No Tau, because that's not fun. Because they'll just kill all of them a couple miles away, as they usually do. But we'll see what route they want to go down. This is supposed to be the Christmas episode, so both are fun. It's more supposed to be a lot more lighthearted than the game probably has been recently. So check back. I should be back again next week, either on Monday or Tuesday, doing a bit of prep work for the second session, depending obviously what they've done for the first. Because I might have to pull out some interesting baddies for the second part of it. And in the new year, I will be using this time to prep the Beneath the Iron Heel series stuff, because I'll be honest, I haven't really been putting a lot of it down on paper. It's mostly all just been up here, and I think it's probably better for me to verbalize it before it happens, just so that I can keep some of the story beats going. The general story for that game hasn't actually changed since the initial thought was. So far, the party they've been getting to the beats I want on that one. But I will be doing a video possibly on, if I have no extra work to do for this Christmas campaign, next week I'll be using this time to make a, what's the word, summary of events, because I know for the people who are on YouTube watching, when this gets uploaded after the fact, there was a problem with Twitch, and we were not allowed to multi-stream anymore. I believe that's still the case, actually. Only partners are allowed to multi-stream. We didn't, so videos weren't automatically being created on YouTube. We also didn't know that we, not being affiliated for reasons, we only have a 7-day waiting period before VODs are gone on Twitch, and as such I missed them, because I thought we had a month, to be fair, and I was going to bulk upload, and things got away from me. It is my bad, but that's why I'm going to do a video just going over what was missed in the episodes between, because our party are actually quite good at keeping notes for that sort of thing. Maybe not as many notes as I would have in my head, but you'll be able to find out what they know in the episodes that were missed on YouTube. I think there was about 4, mostly over the summer, because the summer was very bad for sort of planning and people being off in different places, off on holidays and such like that. So obviously tomorrow night, 8:30, please come back and join us and see how this all plans out, see how the musical mayhem gets in, see how many Christmas music puns, rock music puns end up happening. And yeah, thank you all for joining me this evening, and I'll see you next time. Hopefully see you tomorrow. Good night.